We will now customize this bill of materials. So I will first zoom in a little bit, like so, and we will add a column to the right of this description column. So to do that, we will double click this bill of materials to open this dialog box so that we can customize the bill of materials. So we will add a new column here. And to do that, we will select this column first and then right click and choose Insert Column. And to move this new column to this side, you have to select it first and then your left click and hold. When you see a rectangle at the cursor, now you can drag the column here to the right, and when you see this red vertical line, you can let go the leftmost button and the column will be placed here. So in this exercise we will add drawing numbers in this column because in this exercise my company has separate part numbers and drawing numbers. But you can also add other information such as suppliers or materials. But if you add materials here and transfer it to the 3D scene, it's better to do the opposite, to add the materials in the 3D scene and then retrieve it from the scene and add it here in this column. Because if you do the opposite, add the materials here and transfer it to the 3D scene, even though you add the materials property to the scene, you will not add the right density and you will not get the right weight. So in that case, it's better to add that information in the 3D scene and then retrieve it from the scene and add it here in this column. But in our case, we will add drawing numbers. So to do that, we have to first add a column title. So I will click in this cell, in this header row, double click the cell here so that we open this dialog box, and here we will add a column title, and the column title will have the name drawing number. But there is no drawing number here, so we have to type it. We type drawing number like so, and we have to check this box, and if we click the down arrow here, we will not find drawing number here either, so we have to type it. And then we click OK, and we have added the column title. So now, if there were any information about drawing numbers in the 3D scene in these parts, that information would now have been added here in this column. But now there is no such information in the parts, so that's why the column is empty. But we will add drawing numbers here. So we will begin with the crankcase. I select that cell and it will have the drawing number SE for Stirling engine 301, and that one will have SE 302, and that one, the cover, will have SE 303. So now I can right click on one of them and go to Assign Column Property Values. So this dialog box will open, and here I can check if everything is alright. Selected column in the bill of materials, drawing number, transfer to which property in the scene, drawing number, and transfer to custom properties in every part. Okay, so I click OK, and I've got a message. It says make sure there are no empty cells. Okay, to make life easier in this situation, I will type dash in every cell, like so. Now I can right click one of them and do the same here, assign column property values, and it will be transferred to custom properties, and I will click OK, and it has been transferred successfully, so I will click OK here. Now I will click OK here, and we see that the bill of materials has changed in width, so we have to change that, but we will do it later, because first we will check so that the information has been transferred to the scene. So I will select this view, right click, come up here to edit scene, and the scene will open, and I come over here to the scene browser, expand the engine, and I will right click the crankcase, go down to part properties and to custom properties. Now we see that we have the drawing number here. So it worked. I'll click cancel. I will also check the cover, do the same here, go to custom properties, and the drawing number is here. So if I go to displacer piston and custom, we have dash here. So now I will select this row, come down here to value and change the dash to SE304, and I click modify to add the information here. Then I click OK and switch back to the drawing and update to views. Come over here and we see that now the drawing number has been transferred to the bill of materials. So now there is a connection between the bill of materials and the scene. So now I can add the drawing numbers here, or I can add them in the scene. The information will be added here anyway. But we have to change the width of the bill of materials, so I will double click it, and then I will right click this column width 20, that's alright. Right click this one, and the column width is 10. Okay. Then I will right click this one and I will change that to 40. Click OK. I will right click here, column width 90. I will change that to 70. Click OK, and then I will right click this one, column width, and I will change that to 30 and click OK. Then I will click OK here as well. So now the bill of materials has the right width. So now we can save this customized bill of materials. And to do that, we right click and go to Save as Template. And now we have to find where to save this template. So there is a quick way of doing it. We can do it like this. I will click Cancel. So I will deselect everything, and then I will come up here to Save As. We save this drawing sheet as a template file. So now we come to where all the template files are saved or stored on the hard drive. Then I will click Template up here, and here we have the folder where our bill of materials are saved. So I will click here in this address bar. So when this path is selected, I press Ctrl+C to copy it. Then I click Cancel. Now I can right click the bill of materials, save as template, and then I go to C drive, click here, press Ctrl+V to paste it, and then I hit enter, not save, hit enter, and you will come to the folder where you have all your templates. Now we can double click the BOM folder, and here we right click and choose New Folder, and we can call it Company. Hit enter, double click the folder, and here we can save our bill of materials template. I will save it as drawing number. Click Save. So now I will delete this bill of materials to add a new one, but before I click here to select a new bill of materials, I will select this view. Then I come up here and select my new customized bill of materials, because now it is associated to the front view. Then I will click OK, and we have added our customized bill of materials. So this is how you can customize your bill of materials to add it to your own drawing. So I will close this drawing and I will save it. And I will also close the scene.